Greetings, everybody. Pastor Dave for Sunday evening, November 13th, 2011. Are you ready for your big fat Jewish wedding? Well, you need to be. You need to know what it takes to be the bride. And I'm going to try to get in a little more detail to Nancy and Alex's question. I know Nancy. Um, Now, regarding rabbi, a certain rabbi will believe that Israel is the bride, and how, if we're the body, how can we be the bride if Israel is the bride? And I'm going to try to explain this. Now, Nancy's husband, Alex, has asked her if I'm Jewish, and I hope he approves of my answer. Um, Israel is the apple of Yahweh's eye, but we are the bride. And during the time of Rosh Hashanah, I wasn't really real excited about it being time for the rapture to take place. You got to get away from organized religion. I'll say it again. You got to get deep into the Word and a relationship. You can put your nose in every kind of book there is, but your nose needs to be in the Word, and you need to go to your Heavenly Father for the explanation. We looked at the custom, the Jewish custom, the wedding feast, and we know that no man knows the day or the hour. They look for that sliver of the new moon. That was all covered, and only the father of the groom knows the day or the hour. But what we didn't look at is how this all comes about, and it plays an important role. It plays an important role with the crucifixion, the drinking from the cup at the Last Supper, the covenant, and how we become the bride. And so many today, they just follow organized religion, and they don't get deep into the Word. And we're just saved by grace, and we're all the bride. And let me explain. Here's how the Jewish courting takes place. The young man will see a woman of his fancy that he wants to be his bride, to take as his bride, and he'll give her what's called a ketubah. Now, a ketubah is where he writes down all his promises to her. All his promises to her. All his likes, all his dislikes, what he expects of his bride. And it's a covenant between the two of them. And she has to read this over before, and she has to agree to abide by this ketubah. Now, Yahweh handed down, in a sense, a ketubah, a covenant to Moses, where he put down his likes, his dislikes, and what he expected of us. And his son would expect no less. Now, they sound silver trumpets, and cups of wine are poured, and each one, they're not in a hurry to sip of the cups, because it's very hard to be the perfect bride, and the bridegroom doesn't want to rush either, so they take their time before they sip of the cup. And we see this unfolding with the crucifixion, the Last Supper, when we drank from the cup of the covenant. And a lot of people think it's a new covenant and the old law is abolished, and that's what Satan wants you to believe, that you don't have to follow the ketubah anymore. You don't have to follow this agreement to be the bride, that you're just saved by grace. And that's what Satan wants you to believe, and that's what we're all being taught so wrongly in organized religion. Now the silver trumpets sound, and after they drink from the cup, they don't see each other. You got to remember now, before they become husband and wife, even though they drank from the cup, they don't see each other for a long time, until she has thoroughly read. Even though she's the bride, she's got to be a worthy bride, until she has thoroughly read, however long it takes. Even though now they're married, they drank, again, the silver trumpets sound, they drank from the cup. They go their separate ways. The bridegroom does not come for her yet. He wants to make sure that she is the perfect bride, and not a bride that will fall by the wayside, and not agree to his commandments. You see what I'm saying? To his commandments. To his commandments. So, even though they're married and they have a wedding supper, the bridegroom does not come for her yet. She's not ready. She's still studying her ketubah. And when she is ready, and when the bridegroom knows that she is ready, because she will abide by his desires, his likes, his dislikes, his commandments, and he has laid it all out for her, and he gave her his promises. When the time is right, that's when he comes for his bride. And we've seen everything else unfold. Dear friends, get excited. We've seen everything else unfold. We're seeing this unfold. Are you ready for your Jewish wedding? I'm ready. Leave me a lot of comments. I hope this has been helpful. Another shout out to Nancy and Alex. I have to give you another shout out. You are a blessing, a total blessing, a total blessing, a total blessing in my life and in my ministry. And you are a blessing in my heart, and I love you. God bless everybody. I hope this has encouraged you. Do you see now? Do you see now where we are? Shalom.